Let's move on to topics. Let's talk about what we watched. Jesus Christ. I might actually have to dump this fucking card. Let's see, 2 hours, 35 minutes. I still have an hour. Still have an hour on this card.
I'm sure I've got all the time I need. Man, it's too dark in here. Maybe I should turn on a light.
That's true. Electricity's a thing.
I'm just sitting in a dim fucking room.
Another thing is, like, when I'm living in my car and I have my new car that can actually drive places, I can just come over and see you. I'll be like, hey, Jeff, you want to come over? And I'll just be in your fucking driveway.
That's awkward.
Be like, no, I'm busy. Oh, shit.
Hey, guys, I'm going home. He's still in the driveway. Yeah, he's home. Thought he would go to home away from here.
Perfect.
I might text my ex just to fucking make fun of you being homeless again. No.
Yeah, but it's homeless in style, though.
Yeah, you're doing it right. It's just van living. It's just van life.
Yeah, I'll probably do a whole fucking, I don't know if I'll do a fucking Instagram or TikTok or YouTube or something. It's just like urban van life. It'll just be like 2 episodes. This is how I live my life, and that's it.
Yeah,
it won't change much.
You would actually be another person doing a van life thing.
No, that's why I would want to jump on it, because it would be completely different, because it's like, I live in this van that's in a parking garage right next to my job, and then I go to work, and then I come back here and live my life the way I normally would, just in a car.
At least daily post so you can make some money.
Yeah.
Dude, what's the last thing I posted on Instagram? The robots will not stop trying to get me to send them my shit. I have no followers. Well, how do they keep finding me? That's insane. I don't see this type of bot activity on everyone else's Instagram. What's going on?
It's probably the hashtags you use.
I do hashtag shit to death.
Yeah, they probably search specifically for a lot of the hashtags that you use.
Yeah, this week. Well, yeah, I think I must have tagged mental health on this. Yeah, someone making fun of Mr. Brightside. It's not even my video. It's a TikTok I ripped off, and it's like, I work for the mental health activist clothes firm. We think you're a good fit to be a company rep. I should start getting some sponsors. Because that's not even my video. I just shared someone's TikTok. The bots are on to me.
Yeah, that's what they do.
I can see if I tag mental health and I play the ukulele that they'd be like, oh, hey, he's a fat guy who can wear a fucking wristband. Send him.
Wristbands.
So, what did you watch?
Nothing. Now, there's 3 main things. We didn't talk about Loki, the finale.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was 5 weeks ago. We didn't.
Shit.
Yeah. So I guess we could start there.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Hope you saw it.
I was surprised. I was like, that's that fucking guy from that fucking show on HBO, and I'm like, wait, is this fucking Kang the Conqueror? He was cast as Kang the Conqueror. He's supposed to be the villain in the Ant-Man movie that's coming up. What the fuck? Why is he in this?
This version of him is probably not Kang the Conqueror.
I mean, he's I mean, it's the same guy. He's a lot of characters, though.
Yeah. He's an alternate version. He's the Kang that well, it seems like the way that he described being the last one of him, like, it kind of seems like he's the conqueror. He kind of conquered.
Yeah, but he didn't necessarily seem evil.
Yeah, and then he just got stabbed and died. That's not very powerful.
Yeah, but that's why he said there's going to be a multiverse of other ones coming. And that was the thing. It's like, guess what, guys? Shit's canon now. Fucking Fantastic Four, X-Men. It's all set up.
Yeah.
We now know how they're coming in.
Apparently there's going to be a season 2 of Loki, so that's interesting.
Yeah. Which I'm down.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
Mostly liked this one. Mostly.
Yeah. I like Marvel stuff. I'll watch whatever they're doing. Although I still haven't seen Black Widow.
I did. I'll talk about that when we're done with this. Did you watch What If?
Yes, I did. There's only one episode
Okay,
right now. But...
Yeah, I did not watch it. I wasn't sure if you watched it. I was like, it came out on like Wednesday. He may have watched it. I don't know. So I haven't watched it yet. I figure we can just talk about it once there's more episodes. Maybe we could just wait until the whole thing is done, and then we could just talk about it in one thing.
How many episodes are they making? Is it also only 6?
I mean, probably.
I'm getting sick of that.
Yeah, I mean, there's other shit happening though, so I don't know.
Let me see.
There
will be
more.
9. There will be 9.
Okay.
That's good. They have
That's
more
cool.
stories to make, and it's animated, and it's not very advanced animation. Like, it's pretty good, but they could definitely make a bunch of those without going paying.
Yeah, I feel like they could do those forever. Because, like, they did that in the fucking comics forever. They have endless fucking characters. They own all of them except for, like, the Spider-Man characters, which they still make deals with, so it doesn't fucking matter. Like,
yeah,
they can do this shit forever.
That was the one I was most excited about as far as, like, the shows that I knew were coming up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's exciting alternate universe stuff. I was a little disappointed to find out that it was animated, and then I saw the animation style and I was like, I don't know how I feel about it. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting side stories. I always like what if type of stories. Even the Futurama what ifs were really funny.
Yeah. I don't know why. I just thought this would be one. Because, like, whenever we talked about before Loki came out, I remember you were like, it doesn't matter. Like, he's dead. He died. We don't need a show, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And so I kind of figured that this was going to be the same thing where it's like, it doesn't actually count. It's not real or whatever.
It's completely pointless.
But hey, man.
It's fun.
That's awesome. Yeah. I will watch it, I don't know, sometime this week. I got time. Not being at work. God, that's exciting.
Yeah, fuck work.
Yeah, fuck work. But yeah, I guess there's not too much to say about Loki. It's cool that the fucking reveal happened, even though it kind of, sort of happened whenever they just announced the Doctor Strange title like a year ago. The Multiverse of Madness. Alright, multiverse is happening somewhere along these lines. Alright.
Yep. And the fully formed X-Men team will just walk out of a portal, and then we'll have them.
Nice. Good. Let's just simplify that shit. At this rate, it's gonna take... I'll be dead before the X-Men are in the MCU. Jesus. It's been over a decade to get to this point.
Yeah, the What If universe would also be a good time to show some X-Men.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, that's why I think it's such a fucking great idea to have that, because they can just and these things. The thing with the What If is, like, with the whole multiverse thing, it's not necessarily these things could happen. It's these things are happening in the multiverse. Like, this is shit that could actually potentially cross over into the actual MCU at some point.
Oh, we might get Captain Peggy Carter.
Yeah, that's always a possibility with this shit, because they just, like, multiverse. Here you go. Anything can happen.
Bum bum bum.
So I'm down for that.
Yeah, I liked Loki. What's next?
Okay, Black Widow. I watched Black Widow. I went to the movies and I watched it, and made me question everything about life. I did not like it. I did not like it. I was fucking like, what the fuck? And it made me sit here and think, like, is Scarlett Johansson actually, like, a good lead actress?
Not really.
Yeah, that's kind of the conclusion I came to. Because I'm sitting here thinking, what other shit have I seen her in where she is the lead character? Not a lot.
Saturday Night Live.
No, that doesn't count. She's just a host.
What was that movie where she fucked Joseph Gordon-Levitt? Lucy or Lulu, whatever the fuck. I don't know.
Don John.
John.
he was the main character. She disappeared halfway through the movie because he gets together with Julianne Moore.
Damn. Didn't see it.
Like, she's good as, like, secondary characters and stuff, but not necessarily as a leading person, which I kind of thought was weird. A weird conclusion to come to, because she's such a big name in my mind.
She is a star. That's why they give her big parts, like Ghost in the Shell and shit like that.
Yeah, which was also apparently bad. I didn't see it, so I don't know. But yeah, this movie, the biggest issue with this movie, like, which there's kind of a lot, like, number one, David Harbour is the best part of this movie. So whatever. The biggest problem is Black Widow is, in the comic books, number one, a very sexual character, a very, like, fucking, it's a gruesome backstory, and they tried to do this shit Disney-fied, which did not fucking work. Like the thing is, in basically all the MCU stuff, like, pretty much all of it, I'm perfectly fine with them changing things to make it fit into the MCU universe. The problem with Black Widow is that they still try to do her normal-ass backstory, but Disney-fied. So it took away all its fucking teeth and all its power and just made this fucking not very good spy, try-to-be thriller situation with, like, terrible quips that were very badly boring written garbage. And then for a character that has so much choreography, like doing the fucking, like, head grabby with the leg thing and, like, hand-to-hand combat, the fucking editing is goddamn awful. Like, you can't see shit. It all looks fucking terrible. The special effects are so fucking bad in this movie. I was like, what the fuck is this? It doesn't look... It looks like they're in front of a green screen the whole fucking time. It's a bad movie.
I was looking forward to seeing them do something with Taskmaster. I always think of that as being a Spider-Man villain, though.
And Taskmaster fucking sucked.
Well, balls.
And was barely even there in the first place.
I don't want to go to a theater to see it now. When's it free on Disney?
I mean, yeah, you can wait for it to be free on Disney. Like honestly, and then the fucking post-credit scene, like, is nothing. It's like, it's just it's set up for the fucking Hawkeye show, as well as connecting this to Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Hawkeye's getting
That's
a fucking show.
Yep.
I don't want to see that much Jeremy Renner. I don't like his face.
I mean, I don't think it's that much about Jeremy Renner as much as it's about him training somebody to come in and be the next Hawkeye.
Good.
It's based off of like some really fucking, like, critically acclaimed comics from, like, a few years ago, which I've had on my fucking Amazon wish list for quite some time to pick up, but haven't yet because they're kind of expensive. But yeah, so they're just connecting this to that, as well as Falcon and the Winter Soldier, by having fucking Julia Louis-Dreyfus in there. And it's like, this, and we get to see fucking Natasha's grave from fucking when she died in Endgame. Like, it's kind of like, just not a great movie. Not a great movie. But once again, David Harbour was pretty good.
And is he playing Taskmaster?
No, he's playing fucking Russian Captain America. That's pretty hilarious, and he keeps trying to tell these stories about how he fought Captain America back in the day, but he definitely didn't because Captain America was frozen at that time. So he may have been fighting, I don't know,
Isaiah Bradley?
one of these other ones. It could have been Isaiah Bradley even. Yeah. So that could be interesting if they dive into that a little bit at some point. But, yeah, not a great movie. Definitely a lower tier Marvel movie for sure.
Well, but fuck it.
Yeah, kind of sad.
I'll still watch it. I'm just not gonna pay for it.
Yeah,
I definitely don't want to go to a theater right now. What was it like being in a theater?
I liked it mostly, other than the fact that there was this dude that wouldn't shut the fuck up behind me. But yeah, being back in a theater was fucking dope. I loved it. It was cool to just the feeling of it, just being in a room with people, fucking watching a movie, all there for the same fucking purpose, except that guy who wouldn't shut the fuck up behind me.
Fuck that guy.
It was worse when I saw Suicide Squad, because there's this fucking stupid ass bitch brought her stupid fucking kids to see Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I remember we went to
And they were
Civil War. There was fucking kids running around.
Yeah, it was so annoying because, you know, in Suicide Squad, how they have the fucking, like, basically chapters labeled or whatever. They're like, you know, they have words everywhere in this shit, like in the fire and all that. So these fucking kids that are apparently too young to read that are watching Suicide Squad keep being like, hey, what does that say? And their mom has to fucking tell them.
It says rated R. How did you get in here?
And
kids
it's just
from doing
perfectly fine with fucking heads exploding and shit. And these kids are laughing their fucking asses off, which I thought was hilarious. I liked that part. But the part where they just can't fucking read, I wanted to smack them in the fucking faces.
You should have.
I was so close to just being like, to start shushing them and telling them to shut the fuck up, but I didn't want to like end up fighting with the with the parent who's like, don't talk to my kids like that, blah blah blah.
Yeah, that's a real thing that happens a lot now. People just getting into violence randomly in public.
Yeah, so I wasn't down for that.
Yeah, you don't even have a gun, so you might lose.
Right? I'm in fucking Oklahoma. We're too close to Texas where you can just get a gun out of a vending machine.
You can get guns pretty easy here too. I don't want to say that they're beating us.
Well, they are. I hate to break it to you.
Yeah,
Texas has a couple things on us. One is that they're bigger. Two is that guns you can get in fucking vending machines now.
Yeah, they have more cities too. They've got like 5 cities.
They also have the ocean.
We only have
which
2
means
cities.
hurricanes, so haha.
Yeah, fuck them. They're hotter.
Yeah, that's true as well. They also have worse governors, I think.
Tulsa sucks so much.
That's true.
It's such a sloppy fucking... You gotta be on the highway all the time. It's such a bad city. They've got Houston and San Antonio and Dallas and whatever the fuck.
I mean, Dallas is pretty bad,
got
though.
Corpus Christi. Well, that's because Dallas is basically Oklahoma.
It's true. It's only 3 hours from here.
Yeah, it's right on the border. It sucks. Dallas is bullshit. Got Fort Worth. Also sucks.
Yeah. Fort Worth, I will say nicer than Dallas, though.
Yeah.
Just slightly. It's like fancier Dallas. But yeah, so Suicide Squad.
We some kind of Suicide Squad.
Some kind of Suicide Squad. I fucking loved this movie.
I did too. It was it was the best movie I've seen this year for fucking sure. It was unstoppable fun. It was almost as fun as Baby Driver. We couldn't look away.
Yeah.
So good.
I liked it a lot. I think this is definitely the highest quality DC EU film that has come out. Period.
Oh yeah, it doesn't even feel like it. It's got DC characters in it, and it doesn't really. It feels so out of place being that good.
Right? Because like I have one complaint about this movie that really kind of bugged me in the moment, but it was all right. So you remember when Bloodshot and Peacemaker are walking through that fucking camp and just murdering everybody?
Yeah.
The fact that the lady was just like, yeah, okay, I'll just be with you guys anyways. That was the one thing where I was like, all right, my disbelief is just a little too extended here. The fact that you guys just murdered everybody that's been helping her, basically. And then she's like, nah, I'm cool with you guys. Fuck it. Like...
Well, she said she didn't have a choice. I don't know. And it did seem quick, but James Gunn was not wasting any fucking time in this movie.
Yeah.
So a scene where they over-explain it was not going to happen.
Say that again?
A scene where she over-explains why she's going to trust them anyway probably wasn't going to happen.
Oh yeah, there was no way that was gonna work. I just feel like I don't know. I feel like there had to be a better way to deal with that. Maybe just fucking get rid of her altogether. I don't know. But that was the only thing that I had where I was like, everything else fucking perfection.
Yeah, this was the best Harley Quinn I think we've seen. Just getting
definitely.
She's a like I forget she's a fun, likable character. That's why she was a fan favorite when they started bringing her into the movies because she was so great on TV.
Yeah.
But she's been kind of sucking since they put her in movies.
That's why this was such a great version of her, and the fucking animated one is such a great version of her because she can have her fucking teeth in those in these things. That was the thing with like Suicide Squad, that fucking the original Suicide Squad that sucked so bad was she fucking sucked. That it was PG-13 Harley Quinn. Birds of Prey was kind of slightly better. Like I liked it more. I still stand by that movie, but there wasn't. It just felt like they didn't get her perfect. It feels like she's perfect in this one.
Yeah, she's absolutely ludicrous, reckless, chaotic, neutral violence. Just she's and fun stuff. The flowers popping up, the psychedelic scene, the whole Harley Vision thing that popped up.
Oh yeah, dude, the fucking style of this film was great.
Yeah, it looked a lot like a Tarantino film actually. And kind of felt that way. There was an irreverence for like filmmaking formalism that they just threw away with. They threw all that shit away. Just like had a ton of fun.
Yeah, it was fucking great. And Starro, that was amazing. I'm so glad they fucking did goddamn Starro. It's just nuts that they fucking did that.
Yeah, I had to Google that. Apparently, it's been in the Justice League quite a few times. I didn't know who the fuck Starro was.
Yeah, Starro was actually a Robin at one point for Batman.
That's hilarious.
yeah, this fucking starfish that's in a fucking Robin costume.
That's funny.
Yeah, that was great because I didn't see. I think I saw the very first trailer for this where it was just like showing some of the characters. Like initially, but I stopped watching trailers after that, so I had no fucking clue. I don't know if he's in the trailers or anything. I did not know he was in this fucking movie.
Basically, the main team I think was a surprise. Like I remember the marketing material. We've definitely seen Peacemaker in commercials.
Yeah.
But I thought Pete Davidson was going to live longer than be the first person to die.
Oh yeah, I was so fucking surprised when Michael Rooker's character died at the beginning too, because we started out following him and I was like, oh, and then he gets fucking head exploded. I was like, holy shit!
I was excited about it.
They're going hard.
He was so cool. Like I was just like, this is a really interesting. First of all, the close-ups on Michael Rooker. He's a fantastic actor. We never see him emote something so serious this way. I was locked in. I was like, who the fuck is Savant? And they're just jumping right into the action. That's kind of weird. That's because it's a cold open kind of. Kill his ass. His freak out was hilarious. He makes I just want to tell him that's a funny face. He made a really funny face in Fear.
Yep, that's it's so fucking good. The comedy is fucking great as well. The whole thing about the Weasel being a fucking werewolf at the beginning. Yeah. Are you a werewolf?
Strap me into a fucking werewolf.
I love that. Yeah. I'm so fucking like, they better fucking, like this, I feel like this needs to continue, and they better not fucking be like, oh, the box office for it sucked. Like, yeah, it did, but I wonder fucking why. Don't take this away from me. This is like...
I've been proselytizing it. I've been telling people it's the best. Like it's so great, and they have to watch it because I saw the articles. The box office is doing bad, and I was like, fuck, no, fucking what? Word of mouth has to get this spread around for sure, because it's great.
Yeah, and see, like I have the same feeling that I had, like a similar feeling as I did with the new Hellboy movie, like. But the difference is that the newer Hellboy movie is not a good movie, but it had so many fucking things in it that were so cool that I want to see more kinds of stuff of, and I don't want them to take the message like, oh, this kind of stuff doesn't work. like there was so much cool shit in that, like super hyper violent, like insane fucking monsters and shit that were so fucking cool, and that kind of violence and shit that I want in more movies that they have to do, but they're gonna be like, oh no, it failed because we did this super weird, crazy violence.
I think everyone considers Suicide Squad a big success. Everyone, you say, all the critics and the fans, they're pretty on board. But I hope that they don't just, kill it because of the box office.
Yeah, because like as far as DC goes, I don't have like high hopes for hardly anything that they're doing coming out. Like the Batman, I'm excited for, like tentatively. Flash, I'm not. I'm confused by it because they have multiple fucking Batmans in it randomly. It's like, cool, Flash can't stand on his own, I guess. A good job. We'll just bring in fucking Batmans. It'll be a Batman movie. Fucking idiots.
Yeah, we could see Captain Boomerang.
Maybe. I mean,
Flash villains are garbage.
not all of them.
We just had this conversation 3 hours ago.
Well, we had a conversation about Reverse Flash.
Yeah, it's.
Captain Boomerang's not great.
He doesn't have. What's his good villain? What's the good Flash villain? They're all dumb.
I would debate that. What's his fucking Gorilla Grodd? Pretty good.
Oh, is Grodd him? Is that his villain?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Grodd's cool.
Yeah. There's not too many others. I'd also debate Captain Cold whenever they, not the version that they had on the TV show, but in the comics he is. But that's kind of it, yeah. It's not too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they lean too hard into the, it just has to be the same fucking powers as the Flash. They do that shit too much. That's why the first 3 or 4 seasons were just, the villain was just another fucking speedster. It's lazy.
I would watch the Flash movie. It's gonna happen. I hope that Warner Brothers takes note, because like Warner Brothers is supposed to be one of the big director-friendly studios that lets Chris Nolan and 100 other famous people get away with murder if they want to. But then for the DC properties, they've been just fucking awful to work with, and they're not attracting good film talent because of it.
Yeah, they're not. Something fucking happened where they don't know how to make good movies anymore.
They're babying the directors. They're stepping all over people's fucking soup. Like they're just killed. Like David Ayer's Suicide Squad might even be okay if they didn't hire someone else to cut it.
Fucking David Ayer. Anything I've seen by him is like fucking, like, I mean, not everybody likes his movies, but everything I've seen by him I fucking liked a lot. And I was so excited for him to do Suicide Squad, and it's just not fucking good. And it doesn't feel like a David Ayer film at all. It's like, what did he even do on this? Did he do fucking anything?
Yeah, I don't think he got to go to set. I think they killed him before he got there. They lived with the clone the whole time.
It's crazy. But like they're fucking awful with so many things at this point. Warner Brothers is fucking trash mostly. Like the Harry Potter fucking prequels and shit are garbage as well. Like, how do you fuck that up? It has a fucking huge built-in fan base and nobody fucking likes the Fantastic Beasts movies.
Yeah, that sucks. I didn't watch them. I watched, somebody put in the first Harry Potter movie the other day, and I was watching that, and I was, it probably holds up better than I remember, but it was also just annoying. Kids are so awful. British accents they hurt my face to God,
yeah, the first Harry Potter movie specifically is so hard to watch at this point because their voices are so high-pitched.
Yeah, and they're annoying. They don't know how to act yet. Arguably, they never learn.
Arguably, I will say that I don't know. I think Emma Watson is probably a better actor than any of them around the 4th film, but then the rest of them don't really get good until like the 6th film.
Well, Emma Watson went on to be a real actress for a little while.
Yeah.
And Daniel Radcliffe, he's just doing weirdo shit. That's all he does is weirdo shit. He's a weird looking dude.
I respect
he looks clanny. Yeah, that's my favorite thing is that he just only does weirdo shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, Suicide Squad was pulpy and fun, and then we got new things. A lot of people are excited about Ratcatcher too. Apparently she's popular on the internet.
She was cool. And fucking Taika Waititi played Ratcatcher. That was
Yes.
so weird. I was like, what the fuck is he doing here? That's awesome.
It was I loved that surprise. See, that's the fucking Waititi back there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It had a great soundtrack too.
Oh yeah, I was fucking digging it. I'm like, there's fucking Pixies in this joint? This is awesome.
Always put the Pixies in there. When the music started coming in, I was like, oh yeah, James Gunn has kind of a knack for picking dope soundtracks.
Yeah, and I'm glad they didn't go, because like, it's distinctly different from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, this one's more for cool kids.
It's less pop.
Yeah, and I like the Awesome Mix things. I put those on sometimes. But yeah, this one's cooler. Yeah. And they did put in the credits soundtrack available at Warner Brothers, whatever the fuck. So
yeah, I saw that.
They know that they're planning to sell it, which is kind of an interesting position in the world to be in, where you could be like, my playlist is going to be valuable.
Yeah.
And I could get hired for my playlist skills. James Gunn has great playlist skills.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, the first Suicide Squad movie, they tried to rip off. They did kind of a similar thing with... They just did a really bad job of what James Gunn did 2 years earlier with Guardians of the Galaxy. Because they were like, oh, we'll put in all this music, but they did it in the worst fucking way possible when they were doing these weird title cards for each character. Like... And it was just such an odd fucking mix of music that had no cohesion at all. It was just fucking awful.
Yeah, there were a few ways to handle, because like it is a big ship to land. It's a big concept, and there's a lot of characters, and you have to decide if you give a shit about those characters. And the way that they did it in the first Suicide Squad was kind of the worst possible way to do it.
Yeah.
And then James Gunn took a very did the version that probably most people are scared of, which is just, we're just gonna say it and do it, and we're not gonna spend any time.
We're gonna trust our audience a little bit.
Yeah, and they very quickly, all right, you're a superhero, this is the Suicide Squad, there's a bomb in your head, I'll blow it up for this, or this. Go. And then we're in. And then those characters all die, and we just live with the other superheroes. We don't even really learn that much about them.
Yeah, I feel like people will get attached to specific characters, and some characters have more story to deal with than others, and they all kind of get their own little arc, and it's just fucking well done. It's so well done. Like every character that survived past the very beginning, at least, every single character fucking had something to offer. Nobody didn't do anything.
Although I did have to Google it, because I remember Polka Dot Man, and I didn't think that those were his powers, and I was right. He has never had that set of powers.
Who?
Polka Dot Man.
Oh. Yeah, his I kind of like the update, though.
Yeah, me too. I feel like they updated someone else as well, that they seem a little different. I guess Peacemaker's just not a character with a ton of comics.
Yeah.
So it's hard to find, like, stories about him. But they took a lot of liberty with it.
Yeah. King Shark was great as well.
Yeah, I miss Ron Funch's voice.
Yeah, that was kind of the thing, because like there's actually surprisingly been quite a few King Sharks as of the last few years. This one was like kind of in between the one from the Flash show and the Ron Funches version. Yeah, but I liked it. And that fucking crazy shot whenever he fucking rips that dude in half, when it's fucking like the lightning goes behind him and shit.
Yeah, that was funny.
That was so dope. I was like, that's fucking wallpaper material right there.
Yeah, he definitely tried to make a couple of posters.
Yeah, this is like...
But the moments landed well.
Oh, yeah. Just the fucking... And the rain part, whenever the fucking rain's coming down and it's all fucking white and everything, and Harley's like, it's like the angel splooging on us or whatever.
Another cringy-ass Harley Quinn line.
Yeah.
But that one was expected.
Yeah. But, like, the shot was so fucking cool. Like, whenever they're coming through the fucking basically fog at that point. That was dope. I like how that was done.
I'm also glad that somebody finally fixed Harley Quinn's fucking accent. This is the least ear bleeding that her Brooklyn accent has been.
I feel like it's just practice. I feel like this is her third movie.
Because it's annoying when it comes up in the Harley Quinn show too, and she only does it when she's talking, like infantilely to Joker, so it doesn't come up that much. But yeah, it is a core part of the character, and has been a cringy thing to deal with in every iteration.
Yeah, some people do it better than others. I don't think Margot Robbie is particularly good at it, but she has gotten better at it.
Yeah, she is an Australian, so one, doing an American accent's impressive, and then doing a difficult regional accent, even more impressive.
Yeah. Surprisingly, I think the person that's done it the best since the fucking original person who did it in the animated series, like Batman the animated series, was Melissa Rauch from fucking Big Bang Theory. She was Harley Quinn in a movie.
Fucking win.
In an animated movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in an animated movie. And I feel like her accent, I feel like she got it, like, pretty fucking close to the original. So that's why, like, whenever I heard that it was fucking Kaylee Cuoco being her in the show, in the animated show, I was like, what the fuck? Like, just get all the Big Bang Theory bitches in here to be Harley Quinn, I guess.
Yeah, just let Melissa Rauch do it. She's hotter. Well, that's debatable. I don't know.
I mean, depends on my mood, I think.
Yeah.
I do think she's very underrated and should be in more things.
Well, we can cast her and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, so Suicide Squad was great. I loved it. I loved it a lot. I hope there's another one because it looks repeatable. The format's right there. I think this movie did show a format that's totally workable.
Yeah, this is the first Suicide Squad thing that is a Suicide Squad thing since the comics, really. Like, because they've even done animated things, which, like, you know, some of them are okay, but, like, they never really fit the bill of being a Suicide Squad thing where it's like, yo, anybody can fucking die. There's gonna be people fucking running away and fucking being blown up. There's people gonna be dying in fucking crazy ways. Like, that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy they can't kill a major villain like that. Like, you can't put Joker in there. But.
Yeah, but they fucking did off the Captain Boomerang right at the beginning. That was shocking to me. I was so surprised that they did that. It looked like he was gonna
stick around.
Yeah, and then they fucking killed Rick Flag in there too.
That was crazy.
Which was also shocking.
Yeah, that's a spoiler that when I tell people about, like, if they ask what is Suicide Squad, I was like, the only characters that are permanent in Suicide Squad, there's always Amanda Waller, there's always Rick Flag, and apparently there's always Harley Quinn.
Yeah. Like, there's...
And everybody else could die. But then, yeah, I have to keep that a spoiler. Rick Flag fucking dies.
Oh, yeah. I definitely... If people ask, I'll just tell them... Basically, nobody is safe except for, like, anyone that you would possibly think is safe. And then, you don't know.
Yeah.
So it's like, so probably Harley Quinn is safe. But at the same time, it's like, I don't think she's cast in anything beyond this, and she's been around for a while, so they could kill Harley Quinn. Like, her shit has not been particularly successful. They could off her. Like, I'm sitting there thinking this, I'm like, it's possible.
If Margot Robbie says she's done playing Harley Quinn, and then there's another Suicide Squad movie, that's probably where it's going to happen.
I hope they don't be that dumb about it. I hope that they would keep it a secret.
Yeah, but I think they'll keep using Harley Quinn as long as they have Margot Robbie on board, because a lot of people like that version. She does kind of feel like the definitive version, and she is still a fan favorite character.
Yeah, that's kind of the one thing that I think, like, the movies aren't necessarily successful. I mean, the last two have had a bad rap because of pandemic reasons. But, like, merch is still fucking huge, so... Still see
Yeah.
people with fucking Harley Quinn from the first Suicide Squad, tattooed on them and shit. So like, it's, you know, just because the movies didn't do well doesn't mean that the character isn't beloved.
Yeah, and the pink and blue ponytail stuck around for her future character designs in other places.
Yeah, that's
Although
true.
it was cool to see her in the leather outfit at the beginning, the black and red.
Oh,
with the
yeah.
cards on it, a real jester thing. That was kind of
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, there was so much in this movie, man. This was like, see, this is the kind of shit that I love because it feels like it's like the same thing that I like about like road trip movies. It doesn't become super predictable. It's kind of like shit happens constantly. Like it's an ever evolving thing, and you're not really like picking points where it's like, okay, this will happen by this point, and this will happen by this point. It's just a shit ton of moments all going together. Like, I fucking love it.
Polka Dot Man's death was kind of cool. I saw it coming. I saw the shot set up, and I was like, he's about to get squished.
Yeah.
His mom being on everything was hilarious.
That was so hilarious.
I want to know who they casted. Is that lady from Things?
I don't know. Like, that fucking straight up made me think of, like, Binding of Isaac.
It's
fucking,
so funny.
it's so fucking good.
And he's dead, so we'll never see him again.
Yeah. But that's the other thing, like, this movie did so well. It was just, like, it picked characters' perspectives for you to see shit through. Like, whenever Harley Quinn's fighting those fucking dudes and you got all the flowers and shit behind her, like, obviously that's how she's seeing this. This isn't what's actually happening. The whole thing with fucking Polka Dot Man and his mom everywhere, you see that shit sometimes. That was fucking hilarious.
Did you watch the after credits sequence?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I looked up. I was like, is this a Suicide Squad have after credits? And sat around for it. And it was like, yeah.
Yeah, there's two
Okay.
of them. One, the Weasel wakes up, and then the more important one. Did you see that one?
Yeah, Peacemaker?
Yeah, Peacemaker's alive. That sucks.
Yeah. Well, I
We'll
knew
see
they
him
were
again.
they're making a show. There's a Peacemaker show that's going to be on HBO Max. And I just figured, so I was thinking the whole time, oh, he can't die. And then whenever he seemingly did, I was like, okay, so they'll probably just do his show happens before this happens or whatever. So we kind of get more of that. But then he's just alive at the end. It's like, okay, slightly less interesting, I think. But yeah, apparently they're doing a show about him.
Yeah, he doesn't have a big presence in like he doesn't have a good history. He's not a very well defined character.
Yeah.
He's a draft dodger. He doesn't have any superpowers. He's not usually a unbelievable marksman, weapons expert. The thing about him being paid to shoot, oh no, I'm thinking of Bloodsport. Bloodsport was paid to shoot Superman. Peacemaker came from a different comic series that DC bought. Whatever. There's a lot to play
Makes
with, and
sense.
John Cena's great. As very
Surprisingly great.
Yeah, I
I've
wouldn't
seen
expect
him in-
that.
I've seen him like acting in multiple other things, and he's just always comes off as like not a great actor. But he fucking fell into the role in this one. I was so surprised.
Yeah, maybe James Gunn is a really good director.
Yeah, I mean, fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, he seems to get some good shit out of people. I was surprised to see how believable and like fun he was. And yeah, I didn't know there was gonna be a series, so that's cool. We'll see more Peacemaker with this dumb helmet.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited. I feel like everybody is playing with like a somewhat Captain America trope at this point. Because he's got that whole like, I'm just trying to make peace or whatever, no matter how many people I gotta kill or whatever the fuck. So they're kind of running with that soldiery, like, do this for America situation. And on The Boys, they are, Jensen Ackles is a character called Soulja Boy, just like the rapper from the comics who is Captain America, but, you know, fucking awful. So, we're getting another one of those. And then Falcon and the Winter Soldier just did fucking U.S. Agent, which, not greatly, I would say.
Damn, burn.
I guess everybody's fucking with the Captain America thing at this point. probably says something about I don't know, our society or something.
Bloodsport also got changed. I wound up googling him because I don't think I've ever seen him. His suit's supposed to have a teleporter that brings him weapons from a secret stash, so he never runs out of ammo or advanced weaponry.
Huh. That's cool.
This was probably cooler to see him just ripping guns off of his body and shit.
Yeah.
And he never would have run out of ammo, and they needed to run out of ammo at the end of the movie.
Yeah. Which that's like, it was so fucking... I'm just so glad that they embraced the campiness of this shit. Where he's fucking pulling out all the shit to attach to his fucking gun. It's just getting bigger and fucking crazier.
His fucking Nerf gun.
I love that. Yeah, this movie was fucking excellent. Definitely best movie I've seen this year. I haven't seen many though, so what does that say? Still, probably, I can't wait to do like a top 10 and worst 10 movies of the year. I'll probably do it on my Instagram at the end of the year, and they'll probably be the same 10 movies.
Yeah, you've only seen 10 movies.
Yeah.
I've been watching Doom Patrol on HBO Max.
I hear good things.
I'm surprised by how good it is, especially because it started with a fucking voiceover, and we know I don't like that.
Oh no.
Yeah, but the villain, Mr. Nobody, actually has narrative control over a lot of like reality. So he's the narrator we start with. He's Alan Tudyk.
Oh.
And it's some of the commentary is cringy, but it's mostly funny. So you get adapted to it pretty quick. But yeah, it's all the performances are great. They pick some interesting characters. Brendan Fraser is hilarious in it. I don't think that there's anybody who but there's some people who are just really good at cussing. And Brendan Fraser's really good at cussing, and they let him do it a lot. Which is good because he's not, there's two people that you can never see their faces. The burn victim that's being inhabited by a cosmic force he saw in space, whatever the fuck his name is, Larry. And then, of course, Brendan Fraser's a robot. So you could have anybody play those roles. There's not like you can't see them, but
yeah.
Yeah, characters I've never seen before. Original characters, fun. It's definitely DC's weird universe. It's just occupies a weird corner. That's all they do is go look at DC weird shit. They killed Nazis. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's where Beast Boy comes from. He was originally Doom Patrol.
Oh, Cyborg is surprisingly in this. He's
really?
It's like episode 3 or 4. Cyborg winds up joining the Doom Patrol team to go look for the guy who runs the Doom Patrol.
Weird. They're trying to put Cyborg everywhere. They're like, well, we don't just want him in Teen Titans. We want him in the Justice League, and we want him in Doom Patrol. Weird.
It's a good interpretation of Cyborg too, and it's shockingly violent and bloody and dark. And
cool.
It's definitely got plenty of blood and grossness and super weird shit. Interdimensional powers for some people. It's got a psychological thriller component to it. There's some world coming to the end weirdness. It's fucking weird. It's really fucking weird.
That's awesome. I'll add it to the list.
Yeah, I'm on episode 9, but they're hour-long episodes. I have to let you know that.
Oh, damn.
Because I was surprised. I thought they would be 20 or 30 minutes.
Yeah, I was hesitant about it because the Teen Titans show looked so fucking awful. Like the live-action Teen Titans show, and it's like part of the whole DC fucking app that they had, and I was just like, oh boy, I'm fucking out.
Yeah, I think Doom Patrol also started on the app and then moved to HBO.
Yeah, that's why I was not didn't want to watch it.
But there's 2 seasons, and the first season is like 19 episodes, and they're all an hour long. And then
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there's some actual content to watch. You can actually watch this show. You don't just burn through it. It's like watching a TV show. We haven't done that in a long time. Like it takes a day to watch all the Harley Quinn in the world. It's barely as much as there's way too much content. A lot of it's pretty fucking short.
Yeah.
But
Which
this is really
I
too
kind of
long.
prefer.
Yeah,
but-
this is almost stressful.
Yeah, that's kind of a scary thought. I have been thinking, like, I kind of want to watch some anime, though. So I guess that's where I'm at. I need to find something longer to watch.
Yeah, Cowboy
So-
Bebop's on Hulu. I might hit that up.
I'd have to get Hulu again. But yeah, I will definitely try to check that out. I'm going to write it down. So next time I have HBO, I will watch it.
What streaming service are you on right now? Is it Netflix?
Just Disney right now.
Okay.
And Amazon Prime because I just have Prime. But yeah, just Disney right now because I was going through my expenses and I'm like, I don't have time to watch multiple streaming services. I almost got rid of Disney, but I'm like, oh, What If is coming out this month? Fuck. And then I looked ahead and I'm like, wow, they've finally set it up so you can't skip a month, basically.
Damn.
Oh well, it's one of the cheapest ones, so fuck it. So what'd you play, son?
I was about to ask if you watched anything else.
Nope.
Okay. I ain't done jack diddly fuck ass motherfuck bitch ass fucking shit motherfucker.
Hot damn.
Yeah, no, I barely even played, well, I can't remember the name of it. I did play a game with Keegan, a co-op. There was a, shit. Well, that'd have been nice to know. The guy who, one of the guys who made the first Castlevania game went and made another 8-bit Castlevania-like game where you can switch characters, and it's brilliant. I think it's called Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, but I don't own it.
Huh.
Keegan owns it. And we had a bitch of a time. What I thought we had beat the game, because we played like 8 levels, and we unlocked a bunch of characters, and that turned out to be chapter 1.
Jesus.
Yeah, and it's dope. It feels like a good version of Castlevania. I don't think I have committed jump distance or anything nuts like that, but it's a good action platformer. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, the only new game I played. I barely even played Smash Brothers. I need to train. I need to get better. It's also one of those things. It's like I need to get better, and I need to get Piranha Plant back in Elite. So now it's kind of a task.
Gotcha.
I'm not playing Smash Brothers. I'm doing Smash Brothers.
Okay. Because it's more important than playing. It's no longer playing.
Yeah, I'm not
It's
playing.
a job.
I'm
It's a
doing it.
lifestyle.
It kind of is. I really only have 2 lifestyles: drinking and smoking too much, and playing Smash Brothers.
I mean, it's not great, but there's worse things.
Yeah, and I'm a dog owner, and I'm a straight white male, so there's other things I can use to identify.
Yeah, being a movie fan, being a video game fan, that's about it.
Yeah, it's way better than being.
Unless you're racist. If you're racist, there's a third one.
No, yeah, I'm not that.
Okay.
But it is. Those are way cooler identities than being a gun fanatic.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a lazier sport on the planet than just being a gun guy.
Oh, there is. There definitely is. You know, I learned this from, Tinder and shit. You know, bitches that don't have hobbies except day drinking.
Yeah. I don't run.
I
into
like
enough
brunch and
alcohol.
drinking with my friends on a patio. Nice.
I'm into that. I don't meet enough female alcoholics. I like to sit outside. I smoke outside.
Oh, recently, females overtook males as a higher percentage of alcoholics.
Okay, but they're not better than males.
There's more of them.
Yeah, sure. They need the numbers. But
They would still lose in a fight, obviously,
I would
but
kill them.
because I'm drunk and I don't give a shit.
Stupid bitch. I should lose weight just so I can get drunk faster. That's. Also, I don't.
Yeah?
Yeah, that would be cool. That save a lot of money. If I could get.
Yeah,
there.
it's also slightly colder. I guess during the super hot, stupid, fucking awful days that we have all the time, it's slightly cooler. I'm still fucking angry as fuck in the heat, but
I'm
not as hot
all
as I
the
used to
time.
be.
I would like to cool off. Yeah, I should get into that. Start walking. Something. Anyway, no, I didn't really play much for games. Did you play any games?
I mean, I've continued my Pokemon Crystal Nuzlocke.
I watched
Of course.
a Pokemon Crystal speedrun the other day because Summer GDQ is out now. They just did one.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, 3.5 hours is the speed run for Crystal, and that's one of the short ones.
That's like any percent though, right?
Yeah.
Does
that's
that include
80%.
post game?
It's just Crystal.
Or is that just the Elite Four?
Beating Trainer Red.
Fuck. Alright, so it's probably one Pokemon. Like, mainly. Like, they have one, probably. I know, like, Pokemon Red. I know that, like, Pokemon Red, the big thing is you basically just Nido King up immediately and fucking go through it. And the record's, like, 1 hour, 40-something minutes.
Yeah, they use you start with Feraligatr, and they've got a way to hack it so that he starts with perfect stats. There's like a number of times you have to reset the game and then start the save. And there's like a frame perfect window for clicking A after you pick him up. It's crazy that they've found that shit. But yeah, you abuse Rage because it does the stacking damage, and you do that, and eventually you get a Fury Cutter for him. And you wind up, the hardest fight in the game is apparently Whitney's Miltank. But if you do all those steps right, you kill her in one hit. So, and then from there you go and you get Raikou is the legendary dog you need, and he's just broken. He's just kind of unstoppable. Yeah. And
there's
Raikou the whole game.
Not enough electric Pokemon. There's just not. And there's a shit ton of flying Pokemon and a shit ton of water Pokemon. Electric is broken basically forever.
How's your shitty run doing?
Mostly alright. I just beat Misty last time I played. I still have 4 trainers to go. I still got Brock, Blaine, Blue, and Red to take on. But it's been kind of strange because I haven't been looking ahead to like levels and shit of gym leaders, and that's kind of like the biggest issue with the Johto games is like shit's all weird and out of order. So you know, you go from Misty, who has like a level 48 Starmie or whatever the fuck, to Brock, whose highest level is like a 42. So a bunch of Pokemon that I used against Misty I can't use against Brock. Which with Misty I only had like 3 Pokemon to go against her, and now I only have 3 to go against Brock at this point, which I have to level up. I think the one that's going to be the most help is going to be my Goldeen that's currently a level 15.
Oh wow.
That I have to fucking probably just throw in the daycare and run around in circles for a while. But yeah, but it's gonna be cool once I get to Blue. I think his level cap is like 58, so I have quite a bit that I can use. Because I have a bunch of shit in the box that's just over leveled right now. I just gotta wait to get to Blue and Red, and then when I fight Red, I can use everybody that I have. So that'll be fun. But it's been going pretty well, I guess. Yeah. Not too much to report. I don't think I've had any, like, major... Oh, I did have a major loss. Fucking Suicune.
No. Oh, yeah, I looked it up after the dogs are level 40.
Yeah. Yeah, I went and got him, and I don't remember how he fucking died. I don't know. I'd have to look at the footage. But
So
he did
whack.
die. Yeah, it was crazy, because I was like, there's no way, he's a fucking legendary. He got taken out in some really stupid way, I remember, and I don't fucking remember what it was that I was fighting or what. But it was incredibly dumb, but he did save the rest of my team. It was a high roll of some kind that fucking hit and shouldn't have. I don't know. Sad, because I really wanted him against Red, but fuck it. I don't have him. I caught myself a fucking Voltorb that's now an Electrode, and I'm pretty psyched about that. Yep. That's what he is. He's a Voltorb.
I don't know why that can't. I want to be able to more easily Google stream speedrunner memes, because anytime there's a Pokeball or anything that looks like a Pokeball, the whole GDQ audience just starts yelling "Orb." I don't understand.
But why?
I don't know. It's happened in other games too. I want to know where that comes from. If you see a fucking orb, you're supposed to be yelling "Orb."
That's so fucking weird.
I don't know the history, but I like to participate.
I've watched a lot of speedrunning shit of specifically like Pokemon and Zelda shit, and I've never heard that before.
It might have
That's
just been
strange.
his audience's fans, but I feel like I've heard it before. But yeah, that speed runs out. That was a good. It was a bad speed run. We still came in under estimated time, but everything went wrong, so it was just kind of a shit show.
Yeah. Yeah. Speedruns are so fucking fun to watch because it's like you see them go with this crazy fucking speed, and then it's just like something weird happens, and they're just like the ones that I've seen, like they're just completely calm, but it's just like, oh, fucking run's dead. This is awful. This is the worst thing ever. It's like I don't even know what happened. What's the problem?
Yeah, and you're speedrunning a slow game if you're speedrunning Pokemon. It's not that impressive.
Oh yeah.
And once he started doing bad, he's like, how many Game Boys do we have up here? Let's see if you guys can speedrun blue and red before I'm done beating Crystal. And they did. They speedrun it pretty quick.
Yeah, Scott Falco, I don't know if you've seen any of his shit on YouTube, but he does like animations of speed runs and like, just animates the fucking thing where you're seeing all this shit happen, but it's like putting in all the different glitches and different like strategies and things that speedrunners use, and it's fucking hilarious. Like in so many of the Zelda ones where you're fucking do that weird backward slide thing. It's just so fucking weird but awesome, and I feel like the orb thing would have definitely been in at least one of those fucking things. But yeah, you haven't seen any of those. He does some pretty cool shit.
So you've got a Voltorb. Is that your main electric type now?
Yeah, I finally have an electric type that's not... I think that might be my first electric type throughout this whole fucking thing.
Dang.
Wasn't super useful against Misty. I guess he was useful against Star and me, but she has a fucking Quagsire, which is immune to electric shit, and there was no fucking grass Pokemon I could find at all, and I went and looked it up to see if there was any routes that I hadn't caught any grass Pokemon on, and there's just nothing. So I'm just out of grass Pokemon, period. I have so many water Pokemon that are going to be useful against Blaine. He shouldn't be a problem, but it's crazy.
Sucks.
Yeah, but I feel like I am going to beat it now. Oh, fucking Snorlax got me a Snorlax, and it came with leftovers, and it was like, holy shit, that's amazing. So we're just taking leftovers and sticking it on any of my Pokemon that has decent defense and HP when I'm in a fight, because they're not getting taken out. As soon as I can use a level 50 Pokemon, I bring fucking Snorlax back in there, give him the leftovers, and I'll be unkillable.
Fuck yeah, bro.
It's going to be excellent.
Except Trainer Red probably killed that.
Maybe. He doesn't have any fighting types, so I should be okay, I think. Snorlax is a fucking beast. It's going to be hard to take out, especially because he has rest and leftovers? Bah, good luck. Level 88 Pikachu is kind of scary, though.
Yeah.
It's going to be fast as fuck, man.
Quick attacking motherfuckers.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I got.
You didn't keep playing Pokemon Snap?
I have not really had a chance. It's been a lot of being fucking busy as shit. With work and shit, mate, mostly.
Damn, son.
But I'm definitely going to play it at least one of these days this week. So that'll be fun. Maybe I'll beat it.
I've been habitually trying to get myself to stay in my room more instead of living outside like a dog. so I'm closer to my workstation and doing things. Hopefully I'll start coding soon and doing my actual lessons and shit. But yeah, I've got more time to play Smash Brothers. I should be doing that.
Yeah, I've been trying to figure out a way to separate where I do my entertainment from where I edit shit, but that's not working out too well.
Yeah, I don't. This is not my house, so I can keep it all in one spot.
Yeah, well, I mean, I would mean just if I had another decent sized screen that I can put on the other side of the room, it would be useful. Because when I wake up and shit, I come and I sit down in front of my TV where I edit and also just watch things, and I'm like, I'll just watch one thing. And then it's like, well, time for work. And then, yeah, that kind of sucks.
It is
It's going to be difficult to pull off in a car, but
it'll be
whatever.
Impossible. You'll have to just get used to it.
Yeah.
Being able to compartmentalize stuff and have a work and rest area separate is pretty important.
Yeah.
I don't have that. I sleep in the same room as the computer that has all of my work and all of my fun.
Yep, that's how it goes.
Leaking lights the whole night. Doesn't seem to bother me though.
Yeah. I also tend to have a screen on at least when I'm trying to sleep, and some lights, so that's fun.
Did you listen to any music?
I certainly did. So much music. So much music.
Good. I didn't listen to shit. I didn't do any of that.
Well, hot damn. Okay. Well, then I got a lot, I guess. I wanted to mention Ninjento. I've listened to lots of Ninjento. That's fun shit. I like it a lot. It's not necessarily what I would show to people who aren't into like metal and shit. Like there's a lot of stuff where it's like, oh, you're a Zelda fan? Let me show you this cool fucking Zelda medal or whatever. And, you know, people be like, oh, okay, cool. Ninjento is a little stranger, I think, and a little heavier than normies would be able to deal with, I think. It also doesn't, like, melodically it isn't as recognizable as, like, the fucking songs from Zelda or whatever. I fucking love it though. It's excellent.
Yeah, it's not always obvious. He doesn't always just put the melody line up front. Sometimes he'll spread it out. Yeah, I guess it is more for. It would be easier to get a metal person to like that than just a regular Nintendo music fan.
Yeah, but I dig it a lot. It is on my playlist. That's the other thing. Fucking heavy music is super back in a big way, and I'm here for it. People getting back into fucking like rock music and metal music is just like blowing up suddenly. People are into it again. Fucking loving it.
Yeah,
and
we can make
like,
friends with our heavy music.
Yeah. There's like fucking Bullet for My Valentine just came out with shit that's actually heavy. It was insane. I was like, what the fuck is this? What happened to your last record that fucking sucked balls? Goddamn Ballad for My Valentine? Not a fucking single guitar solo? But they're coming back like, fucking, here's a song that has no clean vocals. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, that sounds too heavy for me. I'm more of a normie.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. But, you know, and then it was surprising. But that song, not my favorite, but then they came out with another one that's also super fucking heavy. But there are clean vocals, so that's cool.
I didn't choose to be a fucking normie. I was born that way.
It happens. There's still stuff that I've definitely gotten into like way heavier shit as of the last couple years, but there's still like, Jesus Christ, there's this fucking song that came out called Into the Hellfire by Lorna Shore, and it's like, what the fuck? Oh my god, it's too fucking heavy. I can't do it. I didn't think I would ever come across anything that was too heavy. Can't fucking do it. It's insane. The fucking time signature is insane. Oof. But yeah. Slaughter to Prevail just came out with a new record that they've been fucking releasing singles for 2 goddamn years. And it's fucking amazing. They're basically, they're this band from Russia who are kind of like, almost like old Slipknot mixed with deathcore, and it's fucking crazy and it's awesome, and people who like heavy music should listen to it. We Butter the Bread with Butter's coming out with a new fucking album. It's gonna be super dope. Comes out in September. I'm super excited. And Ice Nine Kills has dropped a couple new singles that are fucking dope, and they have a new album coming out in October. And that's who I was wanting to go see in November. But I don't know if I'm gonna do that now. Because shit's fucked up.
Well, at least you'll know that everybody there is vaccinated.
Yeah, unless it gets canceled and or this shit just goes to hell.
They're straight up vaccines only, because I've seen some places that are allowing you to go if you had a COVID test negative in 72 hours before or something like that.
I mean, I don't like that's the thing. It's just it hasn't been confirmed for this show specifically or anything, or this tour specifically. That's why I'm like I don't know. I just know that there's a lot of like there's some new stuff that came out that like there's specific venues and specific like tour companies and shit that are requiring vaccinations and all that. Vaccinations and masks. And this wasn't on the list, but there's more being updated.
Yeah, Theo Von's shooting his Netflix special right now, and he had to go on Instagram to be like, all right, it's not my choice, but yeah, Netflix is going to require it. Everyone showing up's got to be vaxxed. And if you're not vaxxed, you have to have a negative test, like yesterday.
Yeah, there's a lot of companies that are, like a shit ton of the entertainment industry. I think just about all of them are requiring vaccinations and or tests, negative tests. And then there's a bunch of other companies just in general. They're like, if you're going to fucking work here, you're going to be vaccinated.
Yeah, or just or be tested heavily is the thing that they like to say threateningly. But then it's just like, yeah, you're getting tested all the time. You're a risk. If you can get away with that, you don't have to take the vaccine, I guess, and you get your stupid privilege for whatever you think that's good for.
Yeah. For whatever fucking reason you're doing this shit. It's so dumb.
Assholes.
Dumbasses. But yeah. So music's pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah, I've been enjoying it. I haven't listened to any, really. I've been working on the Mario song and listening to podcasts.
Listen to any new podcasts? Anything cool?
Nothing is ever really cool in podcasts.
Yeah, that's fair.
Script Notes is the only interesting podcast I listen to. And then, there's... just watch comedians do stuff sometimes. That's kind of it. And really, comedians' podcasts are kind of their own industry of bullshit I should probably step away from. Yeah, podcasts are podcasts.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just killing time
Podcast.
and feeling pointless while I'm being out there smoking pointlessly.
I mean, this is how we live our lives. Pointlessly. Nothing matters. Hail the apocalypse. Yeah.
Nut-sucking butt fodder. You'd read any books?
Books! I finally finished The Stand. Ugh, took like a fucking month and a half because they keep putting me in stupid places at work that I can't listen to it. But yeah, finally finished it. It's it's interesting. It's incredibly fucking long for what it is. Yeah, the guy, I don't think that was the Man in Black. There was not any specific, didn't specifically say it was. Had some pretty cool shit. People dying of radiation poisoning. That was fun. when a nuke goes off, and it was crazy, and it's a weird structure for a book, because it's like, here's a shit ton of characters all living their lives, and then there's this virus that kills a bunch of people. And then there's, here are the survivors, and now they're all gonna go meet up, and now there's two factions, one of which is like demons and shit, and the other one is like not demons and shit, and then they gotta go and fucking maybe fight, but then they don't fight, and then a nuke goes off, and boom, and then stuff happens. The end. It's a weird fucking thing, for sure. Yeah. Definitely weird. Would I read it again? No. Do I regret it? Nah, not really. It was interesting enough. I also started Hank Green's second book in his series. I don't know how many there are.
2.
Oh, okay. So I started the last one.
Yep.
And it is immediately more difficult to deal with, because it's suddenly... The first one was from the perspective of one character for most of it, and then they added a second character near the end. This book is going for like 6 to 8 different perspectives. So yeah. Makes it definitely more difficult to follow.
Are you some kind of book reading amateur?
Well, when I'm working on other things,
yeah.
It's a little more difficult.
I forget. You're listening, so it's a little different
Yeah.
than reading.
Yeah. But on the days when I can just focus on shit and not have to, go clean up everybody's fucking messes all over the place. Good shit. I enjoy it. I like it a lot. And Sandman Act 2 is coming out on Audible soon, so that's fucking dope as well.
Whoa! And Stephen King just put out a new book.
Yeah! And people are apparently digging it.
Yeah, those are Stephen King fans.
Yeah. He's fucking hilarious on Twitter, though.
You're on Twitter now?
I've been on there every once in a while. I haven't been on there. I'm not getting on there anymore. It's just kind of like the same reason as TikTok, but lots of, because he's got a very liberal perspective on a lot of things. So he'll say something, and then there was like a million people in the comments and shit, like a whole bunch of them be like, "Well, I'm never reading Stephen King again."
Yeah, you probably weren't a strong reader to begin with.
Yeah. That's what a lot of the comments are, like replying to those people, like you could read in the first place.
Yeah, idiot.
So that's fun. But yeah, I think that's all I got.
I ain't been doing no shits, nothing's got nothing going on. Hopefully next week not next week. Hopefully next podcast I will be several lessons deep in either Python coding and or Unreal Engine and C++. And maybe have taken some gigs. Yeah, it could be a fruitful few weeks. This is lit that I'm sitting at a either do it or it doesn't happen kind of phase.
Well, I hope you do it.
I mean, me too, man. Me too. I'm at least gonna finish learning this Mario song and post it on TikTok.
Hell yeah.
Well, is that it?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Yay.